Justin Gatlin calls out Gabby Thomas, "Be silent." Astonished face. You won't believe what happens next. Doping coaches should be banned for life from coaching in the sport. Whether you were banned while competing as an athlete or caught distributing as a coach, for some both. IDC. This was up on Gabby Thomas' story a few days back. Her warning extended to athletes as well. If you train under a coach who is known for doping once, twice, or even 3 times for some, you are complicit. That's my stance. Following this was a video where she explained over her ban. That took place 5 years ago. Both of these made it to the Ready, Set, Go podcast, and Justin Gatlin did not hold back. You know, everyone has their story. Everyone has their journeys. When you look at the fact of it's the timing aspect for me. Like if you said this after you won your gold in 2024, people would receive it different, said Justin Gatlin in the latest episode of Ready, Set, Go streamed on August 30th, agreeing with Rodney's word that there was no point in doing that. She handled business. She doing her thing, in this is what her stance is. Gatlin gave her that, but he had a problem with the timing of things. I think it would have been better for her to just be silent right now. Work through it. And if you're frustrated, if you didn't go out here and win the world championships, speak your mind then. Gatlin believes that had she talked about all of this after winning the world championships in 2025, things would have been different, he said. But I think a lot of them are like, wait a minute, you're coming out, making very controversial statements on your own, you know, and that's what you stand by, which is cool, but the fact is, it makes it look like you're taking shots at someone like a Melissa. He discussed the fastest women of 2025, unfollowing Gabby Thomas after the statement, although he was unsure if it was true. The track legend quoted in that timing right now, Melissa beat her twice, and Melissa's running and undefeated in the 100m in Philly Grand Slam track. Jefferson clocked 21.99 s, while Thomas was second in 22.10 s10s. This was repeated in the USA Championships, where Gabby only slipped a number down, finishing third in 22.20, behind Enavia Battle 22.13, and Melissa 21.84. The 10200M national champion is also undefeated in the 100m and has only lost one race in the 200m. What Gatlin thinks is that Gabby's statement has been a shot at Melissa Jefferson Wooden. So, it makes it look like the fact of what you said reverse back to Melissa and her group and everything of that nature. And I feel like you should have took a stance when you had the opportunity, and you hold the golden coin in your hand right now. You don't hold that golden coin. He said the golden coin moment would have been a year ago, when she claimed 3 golds in Paris. He means that it would make more sense for Gabby to express her frustrations after the season ends, after the World Championships, because then her comments would be seen as a reflection on her performance and circumstances. While one Olympian is criticizing her, another supported her as well. Gabby Thomas received support from an Olympian when asked whether a coach should face consequences if an athlete tests positive for a banned substance. Nigerian-American triple jumper and Olympian Lamagok fully agreed with Thomas, saying, "I'm inclined to agree." He emphasized that while athletes are primarily responsible for what goes into their bodies, coaches shouldn't be excused. Exactly what Gabby said. If you are a coach and the coach-athlete relationship is such an intimate situation, of course, we as athletes are responsible. We need to be responsible for what goes into our body, what way, eating, and all these different things. But especially when you have younger and impressionable athletes, I will say, this impressionability goes beyond age. You don't have to be young to be impressionable, he explained. Olamagok further stated that when impressionable, athletes trust their coaches, and those coaches manipulate situations to gain recognition at the athlete's expense. It is a serious issue. I wholeheartedly agree. I believe if you are a coach proliferating that, then you should get punished too, he said. Although Gatlin never disagreed with the message that Gabby Thomas wanted to send out, his message to her was pretty solid. Even the right thing said at the wrong time can lead to adverse situations. The world of track and field thrives not just on the thunder of footsteps and the eruption of cheers, but also on the unspoken codes between its stars. Respect, silence, and timing are often as important as the medals themselves. That's why Justin Gatlin's recent frustration with Gabby Thomas has sparked a wave of conversation across the athletics community. When Gatlin, a decorated sprinter who has lived through the highest of highs and the darkest of controversies, suggests that someone be silent, the message resonates far deeper than just one disagreement. The spark of disagreement. Gabby Thomas, America's rising sprinting powerhouse, has always been as outspoken as she is fast. With her Harvard degree in neurobiology and a reputation for balancing intellect with athleticism, she has never shied away from making her voice heard on issues ranging from athlete pay disputes to transparency in contracts, sponsorships, and even meet scheduling. Recently, however, Thomas made waves with career decisions that ruffled feathers, pulling back from certain lucrative races in favor of smaller meets, advocating for fairer distribution of appearance fees, and speaking boldly about structural flaws in track and field management. To her supporters, these moves made perfect sense. Thomas wasn't just sprinting for medals, she was sprinting for change. To critics, however, it was an unnecessary distraction during a crucial pre-Olympic season. Justin Gatlin fell into the latter camp. The former Olympic champion, known for his fiery persona and brutally honest takes, reportedly voiced his frustration was allowing herself to get lost in off-track noise instead of focusing on perfecting her craft. His blunt takeaway: sometimes the best thing you can do is be silent. Why? Gatlin is upset. For Gatlin, the world of athletics is about discipline, sacrifice, and tunnel vision. His own career, though controversial due to doping bans, is a testament to relentless reinvention. He believes that athletes should keep disputes behind closed doors and let their performances silence critics and power brokers alike. Every time you step on that track, you have one job: to win, not to explain yourself, not to air frustrations, just win. That's the currency, he allegedly remarked. From Gatlin's perspective, Thomas's decision to step away from certain high-profile races in order to push for systemic reforms may look noble, but ultimately risky. He fears that it could jeopardize her rhythm, her sponsorship, goodwill, and her positioning as one of America's best medal hopes. You don't change the system by complaining about it on social media. You change it by dominating until they have no choice but to pay attention. Gatlin emphasized Gabby's standpoint. Yet, Gabby Thomas is not the type to fold under criticism, no matter the source. For her, the decision to prioritize mental health, balanced scheduling, and fair pay isn't just personal. It's a stand for all athletes who don't have the same platform she does. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.